with Brad Pitt. Pretty dang good movie. Juliette Lewis is great, isn't she? Always different, in every role, always great. Okay, I want to remind you that next week on Drive-In Theater, it's Aardvark Jubilee, a triple feature of people making the sign of the Triple Guild couch bass, if you know what I mean, and I think you do. And first up is The Lover. It's kind of an art house sex flick by French director Jean-Jacques Annaud, he of the gauzy lens, about this 18-year-old English schoolgirl in Vietnam who discovers she likes raw sex with a weenie 32-year-old playboy Chinaman. A little slow, but the sex is hot. 3 stars. Followed by Marilyn Chambers' bedtime stories. Marilyn just refuses to stop taking her clothes off on camera, right? 1 star on that one. And finally we have Hard Ticket to Hawaii, the 1987 sequel to Malibu Express, starring about 94 Playboy playmates who go over to Molokai and fire off a bunch of bazookas and try to escape getting bitten by a giant rubber snake that makes a noise like a groundhog with asthma. Starring Donna Spear, who won the Best Actress Drive-In Academy Award 4 years in a row and utters one of the most immortal lines in drive-in history, "Let's hit the jacuzzi." 4 stars. And speaking of girls who like to root around in the jacuzzi, here's the Movie Channel mail girl just in time to tell us about her latest conquest. Well, how about that? You getting any, honey?
More than you could ever imagine.
Why did you have to tell me that?
You asked. I thought you were interested. Let's see. Last week, I went out with Ron and Gary.
I don't want to hear that. That's
Frank.
enough of that. Who sent us the letter?
Well, I thought you wanted to know. Oh, I went out with 2 of the camera guys.
The camera guys. Never mind. I don't want to know about that either. Just give me the letter, all right?
You don't have to be rude. Okay. This week's letter comes from Charles Canning of Odessa, Texas.
Camera guys. Yo, Joe. I hear you know or know of a babe named Catalina Lamour. I'm a fan of hers also. I got the autographed pictures and everything, but I've never seen her at the drive-in. Why not have her on your show to pick a movie? I'm sure your viewers would enjoy it, not to mention yourself. Sincerely, a viewer who supports Stripper Co-Host Month, Charles Canning. Okay, dear Charles, a few years back, I wrote this article about topless bars where I said Catalina Lamour was in this club called Caligula 21 in Dallas. And I was speculating about whether she was related to Louis L'Amour, the Western novelist. So anyhow, she writes me a letter from her home base in somewhere out in the San Francisco area and sends me all this stuff showing that she dances all over the country. She's really popular, evidently. Blonde gal with a couple of enormous talents, but I have never met her personally. But I do like your idea of Stripper Co-Hostess Month on Drive-In Theater, mainly because it would irritate the male girl. You know, what do you say, honey? Should we have a whole month of beautiful women co-hostesses on this show?
Bring them on. We'll see who survives this one.
You know, I don't like this whole self-confidence thing that's been going on lately with the male girl. Anyhow, if you've got anything to say to us here at the network. Okay, for all you lowlifes out there, we got a movie coming up now called The Stoned Age, which is basically an hour and a half of slackers cruising around Torrance, California, smoking skank weed, guzzling peppermint schnapps, listening to Blue Oyster Cult, and trolling for chicks. It's still pretty dang funny. It's not as funny as Porky's, but then what is as funny as Porky's when you think about it? It's all no-name actors, but the hot babe that likes to make the sign of the double-jointed epileptic mongoose is Renee Amon. Whoa! Her philosophy of life is, I just love getting stoned and partying all night. No dead bodies, 7 breasts, 3 real scary buffalo women, 1 motor vehicle chase, 9 fist fights, swimming pool trashing, extremely gross upchuck scene, gratuitous loogies, and of course, urine in the ice tray. 3 stars, check it out, and then we'll be back with one more flick. What I want to know, though, is who went out with a male girl, all right? And how come we've been sitting here all day and nobody's heard about it till now? Or is she just messing with my brain again? I think it was you, wasn't it? It was you, right? I just got to break down and get married. I can't take